Hey there, beer drinkers. Welcome to my channel for the first time. Not as good seeing you. I'm Sean, aka Kid Ugly. And as you can see, I'm not doing your usual tasting today. Since how it's America's birthday, I've decided to do a blind taste testing of some of America's top macro or macro-ish lagers. Yeah, so obviously we got Budweiser and Busch, both of the same company. Pabst and Yuengling. So 3 macros, and then one that's not really labeled as a macro, but pretty much is. So, I guess it's not really fair. I'm gonna go ahead and, I wasn't really thinking when I did this. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say which one I think is which. I'm gonna say that this one is Yuengling. I believe this one may be Pabst. I'm gonna say these two, or Budweiser or Busch. Just my guess. Yuengling because it's the amber color. Pabst because this one looks like it still has a little bit head and looks pretty decent. And you have these two in the middle that are pretty flat looking, basic lagers. So let's get going with the first one. That I'm assuming it is a Yuengling from the darkness of it, because I wasn't thinking when I grabbed the beers. Not much flavor. Kind of cardboardy, yeasty. A little bit of like saltine cracker. Not really getting much hops, but I don't know. Could be the Yuengling. Very basic, kind of flavorless lager. So we'll move on to the next one, and then smells like your standard macro lager. Smooth, crispness to it. Got some flavor from the hops to it. Has, that crackery, biscuity yeast. Not getting too much of that cardboardiness off of it, like you do with most, macro lagers. This one may be the Pabst, because I do remember when I drink Pabst that it does have a little more flavor to it, it seems. So this one might actually be the Pabst. Number 3. A little more stale smelling. Yeah. Kind of more of that stale, cracker, macro smell. Tiny bits of flavor of the hops, not much. I'm gonna have a lot to drink after this. These are all still pretty full. Got that nasty aftertaste going towards it. I'm gonna put this as Busch. This is just coming off as Busch to me. And I wish I could remember the last time I had Busch. I don't even think I was 21 yet. I think it was an underage party drink that I had. Oh yeah. It's got that lasting, taste to it. So it may be Busch. This one's not much aroma to it. I think this is the Budweiser, without a doubt. Kind of that wet blanket smell going towards it. Really no hop, yeast, anything. Yeah, definitely like a wet blanket, kind of. Here we go. It tastes like it wants to have flavor, but it's just not there. little bit more crisp. I'm getting some flavor, but yeah, it's got to be Bud. Just the mouthfeel of it, the kind of bite it gives you when you take a drink. It's not quite that smooth, longer crisp, but it's a good crisp. A little bit of an aftertaste. Yeah. My guess is going to be Yuengling, Pabst, Busch, Budweiser. The combination of flavors in my mouth right now is just, oh, I'm going to need a good cleanser, and I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. That one tastes nasty to me now. I think it could be all of them. Bring me the paper.
I'm gonna tell you if you're right or not.
Just give me the paper. Thank you. So, let's see. I was wrong. So, I was kind of right, but kind of wrong. Number one is Yuengling. I should have known from the, you know, I knew that from the looks. Number two was Budweiser. Number three is Busch. I shouldn't be surprised because, oh, excuse me, I got the macro burps now. Is Pabst, which makes sense. People crapped on Pabst, and it's it's living up to its hype, you should say. So yeah, that's how it goes. Yuengling, Budweiser. Out of all of them, surprisingly, I think between the Busch and the Yuengling were my favorites. The Yuengling, it had some flavor to it. It tried, and Busch tried. Budweiser, not so much. Quite, so out of all of them, that's how I rank them. I'm gonna rank Yuengling, Busch. I hate to say it, I think Budweiser is gonna go over Pabst. Surprising twist there. But I figured for America's birthday, I would do some of their top macro lagers. And then this tray actually was made by a friend of mine who I played D&D with for Christmas, and I figured it was time to use it. So thank you for watching. This was my first try at a blind taste test, and let me know what I need to work on. More things that I should be looking for, calling out, addressing in these videos. Rating service, I was going to break it down. I'd say 3.25, about 2.75, about 2.25, 1.75 to 2, depending. It's crazy because Pabst used to be my go-to cheap beer. I grew up a Pennsylvania boy with Yuengling, drank a lot of this growing up, but I also drink a lot of Bud. And then Pabst became my go-to. Busch was like every now and then if I was at a party type beer. And that's the state of macro in America right now. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, hit like, you can comment, subscribe. Let me know what I should do, shouldn't do for these videos. What I should be looking for, calling out on each one more, and whatnot. So again, thank you for watching. Until next time. Cheers.